I don't know about, any of you, but I know God always aligns us at the same time, and He always aligns us to people. And right now, God has me stepping out on such big faith, and He's leading me to leave everything and put out so much trust in Him right now for me and my family. And I know that God is going to take care of us and everything's going to be fine. And I don't know if everyone's experienced this, but God's given me such peace. I feel my flesh being worried. And I don't know how to explain this. It's not my mind and it's not my heart and it's not anything like that. I don't know. My flesh just feels stirred. But I feel completely calm. I have a sound mind. It's like God has just given me such a peace with what's about to happen in my life and the adventure we're about to go on. Like, I'm not worried whatsoever, but I feel my flesh is worried, and that I don't know how to explain that. If you've gone through it, you'll know. But God, I'm so excited for my new adventure that God has me and my family on, and I believe He's doing the same thing for you, that He is leading you on a new path, and He's asking you to step out on faith. And God is just so good. Oh, this is so good. So right in front of me, there's these men. I'm out at my storage unit. There's these men packing these. They're pulling out these. I don't know what it is. They have like these picture frames or something that's covered, and it's covered, but it has holes in the meshing. And what that reminds me of is that God is about to restore, right, what the locust and the palmer worm and the cankerworm have stolen from you. And so they are unpacking these things off this U-Haul truck to go put inside the storage unit. And so this is just so good. That's just what God put in my spirit, that the years that the palmer worm, cankerworm have stolen from you, have taken from you, God is restoring, Those things are coming out. Everything that has been torn apart, disrupted, and taken, it is being taken out. Before those items could even be taken out, they had to be packed away. So what has been tucked away, what has been stored away from you, what has been held up, it is being released now to you. It is coming out. You are receiving it. And so that is just such a good word, and I love that. God's been speaking that to me about restoration as well for myself, and I love that. And so that was really good sighting. But not just that, me and my husband are here at this storage unit, and it's just so funny how God does things. Last time that I visit this storage unit, me and my husband, yes, Ashavi, hold on, can someone unbuckle her? Me and my husband, last time we came here, we were having like a really, really hard time in our marriage, and it was a time where I just felt so broken. I felt so defeated. It was a time in my life, and I thank God and I thank Jesus that I never gave up hope. I thank Jesus, He always restored me and He helped me. Don't touch that. He always restored me and He helped me, and He guided me in everything. Yes, hold on. I hear you. Just give me a minute. He guided me and He helped me. Sit down, please. I'm not going to keep talking, so don't. You're not getting it. No. It's such a time where He helped me and He guided me and He really got me through. And I'm so blessed that I didn't give up hope, because trust me, there was a time when, I'm not kidding, I was this close to giving up. And I'm not joking. I was this close to losing hope because of the things that were happening around me. It was just a very tough time for me, and I did not give up. And just when me and my husband came back here, it was just a beautiful reminder of that. Because when we were last here, I was speaking to a dead man walking, and now I am leaving, and he's no longer dead. He's alive. And this is something I prayed for a long time. You don't even know. So all the wives out there, they're praying for their husbands, that are fasting for their husbands. Don't give up on them. Love covers all sin. God says the greatest thing to do you can do in life is love. Don't give up on your husbands. Pray for them, intercede for them, fast for them. They need you. Even when they don't show up for you, even when they don't understand why God gave you to them. Most of them don't. They're out there questioning, is this even the woman you sent to me? Is this really her? No matter how many times they question you, no matter how many times they ask God and they go, this is wrong, no matter how many times they don't show up for you or they might not treat you well, they are battling too. Satan wants them. He has them in strongholds. You have to be a woman that's willing to fight for your husband. You have to be a woman that's willing to stand in front and take on the burden and the weight. And I know it's hard and I know it's heavy. Trust me, I did it for a long time. I was the one covering my family. I was the one leading my family. I was the one trying to mend. I was the one doing the forgiving. I was the one reconciling. I was the one doing and doing and doing. And trust me, I know how heavy it is. But I would do it again. Because I refused to give up. Because I refused to settle. Because I chose to be obedient to the Lord. Trust me, there are times where I wanted to leave. There are times where I begged God. I was like, God, let me leave. Just let me leave. God, let me go. But he wouldn't let me. He told me, no, you're going to stay. And you're going to pray. You're going to stay and you're going to love. You're going to stay and you're going to fight. And I am so blessed that I chose to submit to the will of God. I'm so blessed that I obeyed him. And it was tough, trust me. It was tough. My husband has not always been the best husband to me. And that doesn't mean he was out here doing he just wasn't always the best. And that's because it comes from a lot of unhealedness. He had a lot of brokenness in himself from his past life and just things that he grew up with. And it really hindered our marriage and it really hindered our relationship. And so he wasn't a bad person. He wasn't the problem. The problem was the problem. And so he had to go through a lot of things too. And I just want to encourage you today to keep praying for your husbands and don't give up on them. Satan's going to try every tactic that he possibly can to get you to give up on them, to get you to hate them, to get you to leave them. And God is so good. God has shown me time and time again. When God says in that his word, let no man tear these two apart, he means it. I am living testimony of it. Every time that I was ready to walk out on my husband, every time I was fed up because of just the nonsense and just the foolishness that was going on, I have been put through the ringer and I have been pushed to the brink. I have literally fell off the edge so many times it's not funny. And every time I was at such, and I'm talking a peak of being done. I was fed up. I'm like, I can't do this no more. I'm ready to walk. God stepped in every single time, and I'm not kidding. God stepped in every single time, and he stopped what the enemy was trying to tear apart. He stopped what people were trying to tear apart. When God says no man can tear these two apart, he means it. God showed up every single time for me in my marriage. Every time. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking about this. We were ready to get a divorce. We were ready to literally go our separate ways. God stepped in and he said, no. Nope. I'm going to put you two back together. I'm going to mend this. I'm not kidding. God showed up in a miraculous way. Every single time. There ain't not one time that God has let my marriage fall. God means what he says. God means what he says. Not even you can tear your marriage apart. Not even you. God won't even let you tear your marriage apart. Okay? God's fighting for your marriage harder than you. Trust me, I was praying for my marriage. I was fasting for my marriage. I was being obedient to God. Trust me, God had me do some really hard things with my husband. Some really hard things. But see, God knew my husband's heart. God knew my husband's struggle. God knew all these things. Now, and so God never let us fall apart. I should say not fall apart, but God never let us drift apart in the sense of he never let us separate. And now he did let us separate, not physically, but it was a spiritual separation. God did allow that. Roar, go back there, please. Go back there. God did let a spiritual separation. So we were living in the same house, but we were not around each other. We weren't talking. I mean, my husband would go months without talking to me. I mean, it was tough. It was really hard. And so I used to talk to a dead man. I mean, I really did. I used to talk to a dead man. I prayed for the Father to save my husband. I prayed, I fasted. I pled on his case. I pled on his behalf. I literally interceded for him. You don't even know the brokenness of a woman that I was. And today I sit at this storage unit where I last was. The last conversation I had with my husband here. Oh, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. But now I sit here today. We are leaving together as a family. And no longer a dead man, but a man that is alive. And we are leaving here both together better than what we were before. We are living here together in faith and trust and in a relationship that is where we both equally trust and believe in the Lord. And I owe all of it to God. I'm so blessed that I never gave up, on God, that I never lost hope on him, that I never turned from him, that I never spoke ill on him. There is nothing that Satan has thrown at me. There is nothing that God has allowed in my life that ever, not one time, has made me curse God. Not one time has made me give up on God. Not one time made me say that God is not good. Not one time did I ever do that. Not one time did I ever lose hope in my God. Not once. Not one time. And I'm so blessed for it because God has put favor in my life and God saved my husband. He saved him. And I'm so blessed for that. And no, it's not like it came overnight and he didn't start. Changes took time. Change takes time. And so when you're a woman praying for your husband, you have to know that when he gets saved, he's not going to be perfect when he comes out. And he's not. And you're going to have to give him grace for the imperfections. Remember, it comes little by little. God says, do not despise the small beginning. So do not despise the small beginning of your husbands or your wives. Because something beautiful is going to come out of it. But it's going to take time and it's going to take your patience. And it's going to take you to release. You have to leave behind and drop the old so you can pick up the new. Because I literally forgave my husband for everything. And there was a time where I literally went to him and I was crying and I was like, I forgive you for everything you've done to me. And it was so heavy. And he did not give me a good response. And he did not appreciate the forgiveness. And he did not cater or have compassion for me in that moment. And move away from up here now. And that really broke me. That was hard too. And I had to forgive him for that in that moment as well. And there's a lot of tough things God had me. Move it. Everyone back now. Everyone in the back now. There's a lot of things that God has had me do. And they were so tough for me to do. But I obeyed him. And because I obeyed him, God has blessed me for it. And these things weren't easy. Even till this day, they're not easy. It's not. But I trust in God and I believe in him to take care of all things. And I'm excited for what God's doing in my husband and what he's doing in my life and my children and what he's doing in me. And if he's brought me this far, he's going to finish it out. And he's not going to leave me hanging. And anything that's good, it's worth waiting for. If you want something quick, it's going to fall apart. But if you want something that's sturdy, if you want something that's structured, if you want something that's going to last forever, no, it's going to take time. And it's going to be hard work. And so, I just want to encourage you that if that's what you're going through, that's what you're struggling with, that miracles happen. God is real. He does miracles still to this day. God is a very real God. And prayer is powerful more than you know. Just because it takes time at times. Some prayers are answered fast. Some take time. It's worth the wait. And don't you forget that.